Alright, fight fans, buckle up because UFC 319 Fight Week just got a little spicier. We've got Caio Borralho throwing out some very interesting suspicions about Dricus du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev's health. And it has the MMA world buzzing. So here's the situation. The middleweight champ Dricus du Plessis is just days away from defending his belt against the undefeated monster, Khamzat Chimaev in Chicago. This is the fight people have been talking about for months. But in the background, we've got Caio Borralho locked and loaded as the official backup fighter, and he's starting to think that might not be a coincidence. In an interview with Fighting, Borralho admitted he's suspicious about why the UFC suddenly decided to have a backup for this fight. He said there were no plans for one originally, and then out of nowhere, boom, he gets the call. Now, he's wondering if either du Plessis or Chimaev might be walking into Fight Week with some kind of issue. Borralho didn't name names, but he pointed out Chimaev has pulled out of fights before, usually from training injuries. He's heard Khamzat is feeling great this time around, but there's one thing that still concerns him, the weight cut. And honestly, looking at recent pictures, Chimaev does look massive for 185. Remember UFC 279? Chimaev missed weight by 7.5 pounds for his fight with Nate Diaz. That forced a complete shakeup of the card. Since then, he's been at middleweight, scoring big wins over Robert Whittaker and Kamaru Usman, but there's still talk about him going back down to welterweight, and that's where the weight cut questions creep in again. And speaking of size, when du Plessis and Chimaev faced off this week, fans immediately noticed Chimaev looked way bigger. Some are even saying this could be a problem for the champ. And as much as du Plessis has proved people wrong in his title reign, the betting crowd seems to think Chimaev is on the verge of a quick finish. So here we are, days away from one of the biggest middleweight fights in recent history, with a backup fighter already ringside just in case something goes wrong. Could Borralho's suspicions be right? Or is this just the UFC playing it safe either way? If anything happens, we might see Borralho jump in for the opportunity of a lifetime. What do you think? Is someone secretly dealing with an injury? Will weight be the deciding factor? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for all your Fight Week updates.